In Power Rangers Wild Force, the Rangers started out with these 5 Zords. The Wild Zords. Red Lion, Yellow Eagle, Black Bull, White Tiger, and Blue Shark. But then the White Ranger eventually found the mighty power of the Elephant Zord. It became a sword and a shield for the mighty Megazord's combination. Then the Blue Ranger discovered the Giraffe Zord, also known as the Spear of Podomus or something like that. Then, while taking a trip down memory lane, the Yellow Ranger unlocked... I don't have the Giraffe Zord either, by the way. Unlocked the Bear Brothers. During their first outing, the Bear Brothers attacked back at the Megazord. The Bear Brothers' power was too much for the Lion Zord to handle, and the Megazord was torn apart because the Lion could not handle the strength of the Bears. Then, the Rangers had to search for the Soul Bird to heal him. But while on their quest, they discovered a new friend of the green variety. After the Bear Zords damaged the Lion Zord, the Rangers found the Ape Zord in the woods, and it befriended it. It didn't need no quest to unlock. It pretty much just found them and then joined them. Now, I have it in this like a King Kong pose where it's banging its chest, but if this was to be flipped up, it would just fall backwards. So I use this as kind of like a back brace, so he can just stand up. Actually, it looks kind of cool like that. That way he's like hunched back and he's just like going like Tarzan. But yeah, really cool detail. I mean, look at this face. Look at that pretty face. Look at that face. Would you want to mess with this guy? I wouldn't. It's got this red thing on the chest and gold detailing. Black on the legs. Die-cast feetums that kind of look like guns. Yeah. They are continuously bent at that angle, but the feet actually does click into place. It's a really tight ratchet joint too. The arms, this guy's crazy. He's got arm movement out the wazoo. He's got a rotation there, a hinge there, a rotation there, so 2 rotations and a hinge in this one area, another hinge right there, and a ratcheting joint, by the way. So, and those are in each arm, and very slight but hand movement actually. His hands actually open up. No neck articulation. That's due to the transformation, and this kinda is articulation, but that piece is just used for the transformation, and that is all die cast right there. No cheap plastic. That is solid metal. That is cool. Then it's got this really shiny thing on the back, but that's just for Megazord mode. This thing is cool. Now, shall we get to the Megazord mode? Shall we? Yes? Yes? Alright then. To make Megazord mode, you're gonna have to pretty much get the Bear Zords into their arm modes, and the Bull Zord, Bison is Animus, into its leg mode. So we'll just set them off since they're already done. Then you take the Ape Zord and make sure this little open slot is facing this way. That way you can actually bend the arms, but that's a step till later. First, you pull out the legs. You pretty much grab his rear, I'm serious, and then you pull, and it folds his legs up, and then you click into place. Then you flip this out. You can see the Megazord head in there, and that's pretty much cool right there. Then you pretty much take the eagle, fold his wings out like you were going into Megazord mode, but you pretty much leave everything else except close up the talons, and then you slide her head, and I'm calling it a her because the ranger that controls it is a her, and it clicks into place right there. then you just slide this die-cast cage around it, and then you can just fold the wings down. Just call them something. There we go. Then you fold the arms into where they are pretty much as close as they can be. There's these little pegs that clip into clip, and it's hitting the camera right on its shoulders, and then it can be a little finicky sometimes. Gotta get it lined up right. There we go. And there's actually, I just noticed, there's actually die cast in the pegs too, which is really cool. Then what you do is you open up these chrome panels, and there would be like these banana anchor chain things, but I don't have them. Then you just flip the header up, close that up, and then pull out this thing. Make it like a Roman. Then there's tabs on this piece of die cast right here that clips into the bull Zord, like what is on the bottom of the line. Well, you just pretty much close everything up down there, move the camera up, take the Bear Brothers, and attach them to the Ape Zord, and here you have the Kongazord. This Megazord was first formed. The Ape Zord pretty much whooped the Bear Zords for hurting the Lion Zord. He was not too happy about that. But then they combined into this, the Kongazord. Probably the third most powerful Megazord the wildforce had, unless fourth maybe. It was a step up from the wildforce Megazord, and this one looks a lot cooler, I must say. Because look at that. Just look at that head. I mean, this is Sparta head, and then he just kicks someone off the thing. It's Rocky Balboa again. In fact, this is actually the real Rocky Balboa in Megazord mode, Megazord form. Like I said, it was supposed to come with like this chain banana thing that it would actually be able to hold. In the show, it flings around like a mace and then just hits people with it. But I don't have that. It can still fire the missiles, but I already showed that off. Not gonna do it again. And yeah, and it's got like these missiles up here. I guess that's what it is. But yeah, overall I suggest these things. I bought the Ape Zord and the Bear Zord separate, so I didn't get the cheap motorized bull legs that don't actually form into the bull mode. So I don't actually have two of the. I can't form this and the wildforce at the same time. So I have these on display, but I have this plan where I'll get each Zord, and then I'll be able to have like every one of the wildforce Megazords on display in a certain form, and still have each Zord in use. So once I get everything, I can show you all that. But yeah, if you want to see it compared to one of the other wildforce Zords, here it is compared to the Zord with the chunk of the wildforce Megazord that wasn't used. Yeah, I can see why this guy beat him. But, to be fair, he didn't beat him without a little help from the Rhino and Armadillo Zords. But I'll get to that when I actually get those Zords. But, yeah, now time for a few combinations, if I have time. Because I'm kind of running low on time. If I do, this is not Megazord Man 1 signing out. But if I don't, this is Megazord Man 1 signing out. So let's get to that if I can. The Kongazord Predator mode is not that interesting, coming right off of the Bear Zords. But Predazord Double Knuckle mode, that looks cool. That looks cool. And one more combination. Here is the pretty much like just the ape replacing the lion. That's pretty much all it does. Originally in the Japanese show, this was actually meant to be like the first appearance of the Ape Zord, and in fact they actually released a red version of the Ape Zord that came with a black version of the elephant. I may get that just to get the red version of the ape and the black elephant, and it has a different head sculpt, and it looks really cool. But as of now, I don't have the money to get anything, much less a $100 Megazord. And they actually released the red ape in America, just not the black elephant. Don't know why. But, yeah. This is not the best. I still like the normal Kongazord. But, as of right now, this is pretty cool. And this is... Wait! I just remembered something. There's one more combination still to be made. The Wild Storm and Ninja Force Megazords. Like I said in the previous reviews, the Ninja Storm's arms can switch. But even with the Bear Zords, the Ninja Storm's arms are still too big to actually look good with the Wild Force Zords. But as of right now, the Bear Zords have gotten the closest to actually fitting the size of these Zords. But yeah, this is Megazord Man 1 signing out. Oh, and by the way, the rating is 10 out of 10. It's cool. Bye, everybody.